Arizona. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Brandon, when a team is struggling, turning and leaning on your defense is usually a pretty good idea. And for Arizona, it was gold against the San Francisco 49ers. They just swarmed them the entire night. 2
interceptions, a bevy of sacks. Really nice job. And if they come into form, maybe this Arizona team can get back on the right track.
And they got Calais Campbell going on the defensive line and Marcus Golden off the edge. He was nails.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he's brought down. Charles, Ezekiel Elliott, he's on quite a 3-week stretch, isn't he?
He certainly is, and when you think about where he was drafted, number 4 in the entire draft, and the prevailing wisdom that says you don't draft a running back that high, you can get him back later on who'll do the same type of damage. I don't know if it's going to continue to hold up that way. Ezekiel Elliott is powering the Cowboys in the early season.
134 on the yardage side against the Bengals and 2 touchdowns. On second down, Elliott. And some room to work. And he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish a line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Patrick Peterson is almost an anomaly at cornerback. A big, thick, physical guy who can run with any receiver in the league.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Now Prescott. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
On the run, Dunbar. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Let's go! Brand 38!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Here's Johnson, and he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain, and it's 2nd down. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Get ready!
On 2nd down, Palmer. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. There goes Larry Fitzgerald. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, but really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, 3rd overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember, Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner, he's finally found a real home in Arizona.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, 25 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. These Dallas Cowboys on offense, they have been humming. In fact, note you and I were discussing before the game, first team in NFL history to have a rookie QB with 1,000 yards passing and a rookie running back with 500 yards rushing through 5 games.
Those numbers would be good no matter what year they're in the league. But when you say rookie at quarterback, rookie at running back with that, that's off the charts. And boy, that offensive line, they've got to be walking around big smiles knowing how much they've contributed to that.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Third down, still 14 yards left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And fourth down coming up.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Let's go. Mirror.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Now Palmer. It's brought in by Floyd. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Single. All right, now. 18. Mirror.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Again, it's Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Partner, let me make a pivot here for a second because I wanted to ask you about the NFC East. That's going to be a really interesting division as this season progresses, don't you think?
I do, and if we go back to the beginning of the season, let's go to the offseason. I think 9-7 was the record a lot of us targeted as maybe the division winner. That number may go up now. Look at the start. Dallas is off to a 4-1. Philadelphia 3-1. Washington at 3-2. And the Giants are still dangerous even though they're 2-3.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Three straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Palmer. His throw incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Palmer over the middle here to Brown. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
They come out here in the I. So second and goal here from the 9. On the ground, this is Johnson. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Cowboys are going to get a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And while we have a moment, I know we both want to get in that we're sending our thoughts to anyone affected by Hurricane Matthew.
Agreed, and I thought that the Miami Dolphins, who got their game in on Sunday, did a masterful job in prepping for that, meaning they monitored the weather the entire time. They sent out updates daily about what was going on, and if there was any chance at all that there was going to be an issue, they would have made a change with the league because safety was their first priority for everyone who would have been playing or in attendance.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Prescott. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Cole Beasley the intended target, and it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators.
Let's go.
They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. It's caught left side by John Brown. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up third and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. It's on up.
And it's caught. It's Floyd. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Floyd from a yard out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. And now they're in the hurry-up. Well, that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
Here we go.
They run with Morris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calais Campbell on the stop. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game.
Now Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson with a return of 102 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Get ready.
Play action. It's Palmer. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
All right, now, blue 58.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now it's Palmer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Hey, guys, check me out. Come on, let's go. What? Ohio.
Here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Tight, watch left. 3 down. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make the quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's brought down after a good gain. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They got 29 yards there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Watch twist. Let's go. Watch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up a throw. Time for a break. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out here in the eye. Running with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
That one good for 10 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Palmer will throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Palmer to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him.
Another pistol look here.
Here we go!
They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man on the comebacker. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9.
Let's go! Watch Ohio! Watch the Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up...